Hello everyone, Captain Puppy here. This week we're gonna have a look into the patch notes for Enshrouded's latest update. So Enshrouded just came out with the patch number 1, which is for version 0.7.01, and as you are seeing in the screen, we're gonna have a look and comment, of course, each and every one of the newest changes that are coming out for the game. Enshrouded is becoming a big game, although some people were afraid that the game would get dwarfed by games like Palworld. The game seems to be surviving and doing really well. So yeah, without further ado, let's go! So, greetings Flameborn! Here is our first big patch for Enshrouded. Thanks to all of you who reported issues, your support is as helpful as it's motivating for us. For those of you playing with dedicated servers, you will need to ensure the server is running the same version as the game. So yeah, out of the box, simple note that shows a lot of love, a lot of committed to the community, a lot of love and commitment. That's what I need to underline here, because these guys are doing it well. They are listening to the community, they are listening to the issues that the community is been having, and they are considering it and taking them into consideration. This is pretty good, and we hope that this continues. So, known issues, not enough system memory available, error message of game start. This error message triggers when your machine has under 16 GB of RAM. It is there to warn you that your experience will probably be pretty bad. You can bypass by adding disable RAM check to the game launch options via Steam to ignore the warning. Keep in mind that if your computer is below specs, it might not be able to run the game in the long run, once we have added all the features we have in mind for Enshrouded. So here is a little bit of a warning, a caution. Although you don't have 60 GB of RAM, you can still try to play the game, but as the game gets larger and bigger, we'll need those 16 GB of RAM so the game can continue to be playable, so the game can continue to be used. So we'll need that, and people need to take care of that and need to pay attention to that. So this is a warning from the developers, guys. Just get more RAM, try to upgrade your PCs. We didn't have that issue in our system because our system is a little bit different. It has more than enough RAM. It is a pretty decent computer at this moment, so yeah, we didn't have this issue in our case. So in terms of changelog, stability and performance. So fixed several rare crashes, fixed a crash that could appear on AMD GPUs while compiling. Shaders improve performance in various systems of the game. Added more message in the log file to improve stability monitoring. Error message can now be correctly dismissed with mouse clicks. So they added a lot of stability things, a lot of performance things to the game. It is noticeable, not only from this patch, but from all the hotfixes they've been doing. I started playing the game day one, as you guys know, and from that point until now, it is pretty noticeable the performance improvement the game has had. It is huge. It means that they are dedicating time to improving their game and making it more playable, and that for me means a lot. Multiplayer and servers fixed an issue that sometimes prevented successfully logging into dedicated server. Improved error message handling when trying to join a host with a mismatching version. The Steam community content preferences are now supported for the server list in the join menu. So this is also big for people that are playing multiplayer. We are not doing it at the moment on our gameplay, but for sure, maybe in the future we will start doing it. We'll see. This game is gonna continue to be huge. This game is gonna continue to attract a lot of people. I predict really big things for this game, and I hope that this game continues to be as big as has become. Rendering. Improved instance where too low resolutions of texture was used on objects in the world. We actually noticed this during our Let's Play. We saw this I believe on episode 2, so around the time we fight the first boss of the game. So yeah, we noticed this, and it was pretty noticeable, so it's good to know that they are taking care of it. Game world. The timer of the reset of content in the game world has been lowered to 30 minutes. The reset still only occurs while no player is in direct vicinity of the part of the world that needs resetting. An issue that sometimes led to blocked doors at the entrance of the Cinder Vault starting location has been fixed. We actually had that once. Added a few more terrain materials deposits in key locations. Improved the visibility of Amber nodes and added a few locations in the game world where Amber can be found. Improved scattering of tumbleweeds in a nomad heights. Several points of interest have been polished concerning visuals, chest locations and gameplay. Fixed several areas in the world where the path was blocked by dirt, improved visuals for the ground fog and added more ground fog to the Ravenwoods. So yeah, so they are adding new things, they are improving on it, they are making the game more polished, they are guaranteeing that we have more things to explore, more things to find, more nodes, so that means a lot. That means they are polishing their own world, and that means a lot. That makes the game more fun, makes the game more visual, makes the game more, in some cases, more easier probably, I don't know, or less grindy, we'll see. But it means that they are trying to improve the game world, and that's pretty good based on being a crafted game world. In terms of gameplay, the recipes for the Reich is now correctly unlocked. The first magical storage chest is now available early in the crafting progression. For further information, visit your local blacksmith. So this is pretty interesting because the magical storage chest, for those guys you don't know or you are not playing Enshrouded, it's an item that allows you, a storage chest that allows you to store a lot of things there, and then you can use them in any of the workbenches that you have on your base. Instead of just going and picking stuff up. So this is pretty interesting, it's pretty good and it's pretty big. So because for unblocking this you needed the woodworker guy, so the carpenter, and now you don't need him anymore. So basically you can just go straight for the blacksmith, and just by using the blacksmith you are able to doing it. So this is pretty interesting because it's gonna change a little bit the dynamic of how these magical storage chests are done. The crafting chest from the blacksmith now includes armor pieces and its completion requirement. It's also auto-completes after cleaning the first elixir well. Second tier glider, advanced glider, okay, interesting, can now be crafted earlier in the crafting progression. Fixed an issue with the quests about upgrading equipment that allow completion without having all the required runes. When upgrading equipment, the necessary runes are now also taken from magical storage chests. Lower the cost of tin bars to align them better with similar recipes. We never had this issue because we haven't tackled yet with tin bars, but it's good to know that they are fixing issues with resources. Fixed a few incorrect ingredients in tier 4 recipes. Fixed a bug where stamina from jumping wasn't deduced correctly. Okay. Within certain items selected in the action bar. Now a normal jump always costs nothing, while a sprint jump and double jump always use of their intended stamina costs. Okay, interesting. Fixed a bug where players could seamlessly chain long sprint jumps and therefore traverse the map faster than intended. Now it is required to take a short run-up for every long spring jump. Okay, so they are basically fixing exploits that allowed people to travel really fast through the map. That's pretty interesting. Fixed a bug where players could interact with hook anchors behind the player camera. That actually happened to us a couple of times and it was pretty annoying, so pretty good that they fixed that. Fixed a bug where using the glider could allow the player to use hook anchors from a longer distance than intended. Fixed a bug where interacting with a bed could lead the player to character floating upwards continuously. Dreams should not be this powerful. So yeah, these kinds of things, guys, show the commitment of these guys. They know that people are gonna read this, they know that people are gonna analyze this, and they leave these special humorous notes on their change notes. It's fun. It's fun to see this. It's pretty refreshing. It's fun to see this. Fixed warrior skill, absorb, nerfed the skilled water arrow, it was just too good. Buffed the tier 3 ice bolt spell by adding area of damage. Fixed several incorrect item levels for weapons, reduced the damage from some poison attacks, especially the poison attacks from the scavenger matron that cost too much damage. Fixed collision issues with the fell splitting plants. Bats would now spawn more reliable. Fixed several instances of enemy sounds that were played too loudly in multiplayer. We actually haven't seen that yet, but we also haven't played multiplayer, so maybe that's why. Several skills VFXs have been fixed or improved. Yeah, this is a major thing because a lot of effects were not performing correctly, so it's pretty good to see that they now have fixed it. So fixed 2 incorrect weapon models, fixed a few visual issues with armors. Okay. Building and terraforming, fixed a bug where single terrain voxel placement with the build hammer could add a larger terrain volume than intended. Okay, this is pretty interesting because we actually saw this trying to do some terrain modding, some terraforming of our first base. So it's pretty interesting to see that they have fixed it. Hope to see it now that we are trying to build a new base, as you guys may know. Actually, you don't know yet, but you will know next week. Remove the undo button when the building menu is closed and when the undo function is no longer available. Improve the detection of ambient sounds and in-player bases during terraforming. The ambience in player base cellars sounds less like a natural caves now. The improvement of ambient sounds in the base will continue. So this means a lot. Player bases should have that comfy feeling, that comfy ambience. So I would also ask them to make different sounds and different musics when you are in your house, especially for big houses. Because cellars have that natural cave sound when you are exploring a cave. So adding ambient sound different from that is going to be a big improvement because it's a cellar, it's not longer a cave. So yeah, this means a lot from the developers and means that they care with details, which is pretty interesting. Fix visual detail glitches on roofs, increase durability of several dungeon materials against powder bombs. Okay. Fix the way to bypass the maximum of bases that the current flame level would normally support. Fix the bug where the action bar couldn't be cycled with the mouse wheel while the control key was pressed. And last but not least, the UI fixes. So, fixed several areas with overflowing text in various languages. We never had that issue. Improved several smaller layout issues. Fixed several text issues for weapons and armor stats. Added, fixed. Okay, something just fell next to me. Will not pay attention to that. Fixed several text issues for weapons and armor stats. Added fixes to Japanese, simplified and traditional Chinese locations. And last but not least, fix several smaller text issues. So yeah, this now is already with 9,023 rate ups. We already had ours. And of course, 1,152 comments. So yeah, guys, this shows that these guys care about the game, they care about the state of the game, and they want to improve the game. This is a big patch. It adds a lot of performance things, it fixes a lot of bugs. I would expect that next patch they will add stuff to the game. I will expect that. We'll see how this goes, but this means that these guys care. These guys want to improve the game. These guys want to make the game a lot better and improve on it and make the game more visible and more accessible to everyone and make it, of course, fun. So yeah, guys, I believe this is it for today, guys. If you have any opinions about this, leave a comment below and we'll discuss in the comments. And of course, guys, I thank you a lot for watching. I thank you a lot, especially if you are a subscriber, for taking that extra effort to subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me that you are able to do it and that you took confidence in doing it so you can see my content. And for that, I thank you. And yeah, guys, if you watched this video until the end and you are not yet a subscriber, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It would mean the world to me. And as every time, I will always tell you, guys, Captain Puppy out, and I'll see you again on the next one.